All right, welcome back. Uh, Next stage. So we got two different breads going. We'll take care of our first one. We got our 80% whole grain sourdough. So far we did a salted autolyse with our flour, water, salt, mixed it up, let it rest, and then we fed our starter. And then about 6 hours later, we mixed those together, which we just did, our starter and then our salted autolyse. And now we're going to start the process of giving it folds, and you'll continue that on your own, about 4 or 5 sets of folds every half an hour, and let it continue proofing until it's ready to shape. So let's do our folds. Little bit of water on your hands, just damp, and reach in, stretch out. So go in, stretch up and out, drop it down, just like that. All right. Looks good. Easy as that. And now let's move on to the fun stuff. We got our focaccia. So far we have done our main mix. So we got our starter, our water, flour. I forgot olive oil, which is supposed to be in there, but we'll add that with the salt. That's fine. So yeah, let's go and do that. Salt, we got 16 grams. So weigh that out. All right. Ooh. That's allowed. And 50 grams olive oil. Go. And let's stir that up. Okay. So now we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna knead it. So instead of waiting, doing our folds, we're actually gonna knead it to develop a little bit of gluten. So it's a little sticky. You can use a bench knife if you want. And essentially just begin pushing. So it'll start to come together. So you push this way and then pull out. So it's a little hard to. Bench knife to pull it together. would be pretty good practice for shaping your bread. Kind of similar to what we're doing on our first shape for a normal bread. Using your bench knife to roll out and then pulling back. So if you see right there how it's tensioning, catching this, and this all tensions. And then you're turning it so that you pull a new part towards you. So this part's here, now you put this part there, and then when you pull, this now tensions, a new spot. And just keep on going. Pretty slack dough. I probably would have done it a little bit stiffer next time, just for ease of use for everybody. This is going to be a little bit hard to handle, but get your bench knife. It's going to be the easiest way to do it. Or get a stand mixer. It's a little too slack for you. You could add some flour. Try to minimize that, especially at this point. But if you haven't made it already, if you're just watching the videos and deciding what to do, you can add another 50 grams of flour into your main mix. Make it a little easier to handle. You can see it's starting to come together. I'm only moderately tired at this point. Once you do this enough, then you'll really get that first shape. So if you remember our first shape for the bread, we plop it out of the pan, then all you're trying to do is just round it a little bit of tension. So you do that once, twice, and we're done. So this is good practice for that. Practice turning and then flattening and tensioning. See all this tension there. So right there, that. Whoa. This would be kind of a boring video, so we're just going to do this basically forever. Should add some music or something. You're still with me. So you can see how the bench knife really helps. A little bit cleaner, easier to do. You can do it with your hands if you can't. You see the difference there. come back, turn, come back. Probably as bad as that Swedish TV show where it's just a fire and that's it. It's just a log fire, 24/7. It'd be kind of like that. Let's see how we're doing. So let's see if we take a little bit of it. Of course, I need to get clean hands. Hold on. Okay, so take just a tiny amount of it, dunk it in some flour, and then clean hands, get some flour. Try to stretch it out and see how much you can stretch it out before it rips. Oh. So that's getting there. So you can see it's starting, you can stretch it just to where it gets thin, but you can see it starts to break before it really gets translucent. So we're gonna go a little bit longer, sadly, and continue. But it definitely feels a lot better. So you can see this now. All that tension's really starting to get in there. And I think what we'll do at this point, we'll stop, we'll leave it there, we'll let it rest for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll do it a little bit more. And then at that point, we'll put it onto our sheet pan, slice it, corner slice it, and then begin stretching it out, and then it'll proof on the pan. So we'll come back 15 minutes. I'll make another quick video. We'll basically just do this exact same thing, and then we'll put it onto an oiled sheet pan with some parchment or a silpat. So let it rest, and then we'll give it some more tension. All right, long video. There we go.